everyone, it's Collin. I'm here with two little holes right here. One's about 50 yards, one's about 70 yards. I'm gonna show you kind of tips, techniques, and little swing thoughts for how to hit these shots a little bit better than the rest. So we'll start with the first pin right here. Front pin, about 50 yards. First thing you always wanna look at is the lie. I've got a good lie, ball sitting up. But if you notice, and if you can tell, it's slightly uphill. So with wind into me, front pin, that's gonna be great. You want loft to a front pin. You wanna be able to spin it. So I'm gonna keep my 60 degree. And the only thing I'm really thinking about from 50 yards, I've created a feel system, right? So whether it's, I feel as if my hands are right here, my hands actually might be right here, but that's where my 50 yard shot's about. So I think for the most part, people think about the clock system. People think about, you know, how far do I take it back? How hard should I hit it? I always see amateurs from this distance take way too big of a swing. They think they need to take a practice swing. That's a full swing, but in reality, it is a very short shot. So if you think of a 50-yard shot almost as a big pitch shot, but with a little bit more follow through, that's kind of what you want to do. So right here, 50 yards, slightly uphill. I'm gonna keep the ball fairly in the middle of my stance. I'm gonna feel. The reality might be my hands might go here, but I'm gonna feel as if my hands are right there. And then I'm gonna continue going forward. I'm not gonna try and hit the ball up because I've got the ball on an upslope, so that's gonna make the ball go up already. Even though it's a front pin, being able to hit down on a wedge shot is very important just to create the spin. Spin is gonna be created through speed. So we're gonna try that right now, 50 yards. And just like that. 6 feet. So we'll try it one more time, just to practice. Front pin, middle stance. I'm gonna feel right here, and then I'm gonna continue my follow through. I'm not gonna finish all the way like I normally would, but I'm gonna continue a little bit farther, almost to shoulder high, to keep the speed. You want your swing, you want the speed of your swing to be as constant as possible. If anything, a little bit more aggressive. You never wanna decelerate. So when people take it too far back for a short shot, they're gonna decelerate. Same thing, about hip to the shoulder. Oh my God. All right, so we have a back pin. We have a ridge we need to carry. We have a lot of greens. You can play this shot multiple ways. Once again, I'm gonna look at the lie. So we have a good lie sitting up, but we have an upslope. So what that's gonna do is gonna make the ball go higher without actually trying to do anything else. It's gonna naturally make the ball go higher. 70 yards, so 70 yards normally all day is a 60-degree wedge, but because we have a little bit wind into us, because we know the greens are gonna be spinning, I'm gonna use a 56. When you try and swing a 60-degree too hard, what's gonna happen is it's not gonna roll and the ball's not gonna stay on the face as long, and it's gonna actually knuckle up and you're not gonna get the spin you want. Spin is control. Spin is how you control distance, how you control flight. So by taking a little bit shorter of a swing with a 56 degree, I'm gonna be able to keep the flight down. It's not gonna get affected by the wind as much. And we're gonna be able to land it still at the hole. So this shot, about 70 yards. 70 yards for me is gonna be roughly the same as what I just did with a 50 yarder on my 60 degree. I'm gonna take it a little farther back. I might feel about chest high where my arms are, and then continue about the same amount. But I'm also gonna continue staying down on the ball. I never wanna swing up. You have an upslope, so we're gonna continue to swing down on the ball here. So a little bit right to left there. What I noticed a lot of people do is they have it either very far forward or very far back, and they try and scoop it. They try and get the ball up in the air. We have so much loft, and trust me, the loft is gonna make the ball go up. You're gonna have plenty of spin. The more you hit down on it, it actually is gonna create more spin. So that's what we wanna do, is we wanna stay down on the ball. Just like that.